Let's do an example in MyOpenMath that's just a little different. 20 people were asked how many miles they commute to work each day. The data are summarized in the following table. And so we have a frequency table. Okay? We want to find the median and the mean of the data. The biggest trick here is to gather the data. Okay? So the easiest way to do this is to actually write out all the data values that I have. I can't just copy and paste it like I have done in the past because I don't have a list already made for me to copy and paste. Okay, but I do want to interpret this table so that I can get that data. So I'm going to start out the usual way. I'm going to create my list. I'm going to call it X, but I have to decide what goes in this list. Okay, notice in this table the first column are the data, right? The data in miles. These are the actual data values. The second column is the frequency. This is telling me how many data points I have. Okay, so as I construct my data here, I see that 5 has a frequency of 1. So I only have one value of 5 in my data because it has a frequency of 1. 10 has a frequency of 4, so it occurs 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 15 has a frequency of 3, so that data value of 15 occurs 3 times. 20 happens 2 times. 25 happens 3 times. 30 happens 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 30s. 35 happens 0 times. So there are no 35s in my data. I'm not going to write it. Same for 40. I don't have any 40s. 45 and 50, though, both happen 1 time. 45 and 50. So this should be my list of data. Okay, I have listed all the data accounting for their frequencies. And so now I can calculate the median and mean the usual way. So for the median, I just use the quantile function, telling it what list I'm interested in. And because the median is the 50th percentile, that prob's argument is going to be 0.50. Evaluate, and I have my median. The 50th percentile is 22.5. That's the median. So I'm going to copy that and paste it in the answer box. That way I make sure I don't accidentally write anything incorrectly. Okay? Now to find the mean. We find the mean the usual way. First I need to know how many data points I have. I could add all the values, add all the frequencies together because I know I have 1 of this kind of value, 4 of this kind of value, and so on. So if I add the frequencies, that should tell me how many I have. But in this case, since I've already written them out, it's easier to let the computer do the hard work for me. So computer, tell me how long that is. So I just have n length of x. Now if you want to click evaluate and you're really interested in finding how many values you have, you can. You don't have to. Okay, you could go straight to the next step because that's what we really care about, finding the mean. So for the mean, I want to add up all my values into the list. So I'm going to sum up all the values in the list x, and I'm going to divide by how many values we have. Okay? And again, this is a sample because we're only talking to 20 people. And talking about how they commute to work each day. There's a lot of people that commute to work, not just these 20. We're not talking to the whole population. So this would be x bar. Okay? And we get 22.5. Okay? And so, in this exact instance, the median and the mean are equal to each other. They're the same. That generally doesn't happen, but it can happen. Right? It obviously happened in this case. Submit, and we have it.